Hello again, everybody. It's Daryl. Welcome to the Taylor-Hazel Travel Channel. Today we're about to dive headfirst into one of the coolest cities I've ever been to, Montreal. This place has it all: history, art, food, you name it. We're talking cobblestone streets, mountaintop views, crazy good food markets. I'm talking about the kind of city that makes you want to ditch your flight home and just wander. Over the next few days, we're going to hit up the top 20 things you absolutely cannot miss when you come here. Get ready, because Montreal is about to blow your mind. First up, we're in Old Montreal. And let me tell you, this place is like walking through a time machine. Cobblestone streets, buildings that have seen centuries, horse-drawn carriages. You can practically feel the history beneath your feet. I'm talking about the kind of place where you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and almost hear the echoes of the past. You can spend hours just getting lost in the maze of narrow streets, ducking into little cafes and soaking it all in. If you want to understand the soul of Montreal, this is where it all begins. All right, guys, we're here at the top of Mount Royal, and let me tell you, this view is absolutely insane. You can see the entire city sprawling out beneath you, all the way to the St. Lawrence River. It's like the entire island is laid out at your feet. We hiked up here, which was a bit of a workout, but you can also drive or bike. The view from up here is worth every step. And it's not just about the view. There are trails to hike, a lake to chill by, and even some pretty cool monuments and statues to check out. You could easily spend a whole day up here just soaking it all in. Okay, so I'm not always a museum person, but the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts will be a real surprise. They've got everything from ancient Egyptian artifacts to contemporary art installations. It's the kind of place where you can wander for hours and discover something new around every corner. One minute you're looking at a Picasso, the next you're staring at a sculpture made entirely of recycled materials. It's a really cool mix of old and new, and it may even get your creative juices flowing. All right, guys, if you're a foodie like me, you have to check out Jean Talon Market. This place is a sensory overload in the best possible way. Imagine mountains of fresh produce, local cheeses, cured meats, maple syrup. You name it, they've got it. I'm talking about the kind of market where you want to try a little bit of everything. We loaded up on snacks, grabbed some ingredients for a picnic later, and even found some unique souvenirs to take home. So after all that eating, we decided to walk it off at the Montreal Botanical Garden, and let me tell you, this place is an absolute oasis in the middle of the city. They've got over 20 themed gardens, from Chinese gardens to Japanese gardens to a First Nations garden. We spent hours just wandering through the different areas, admiring the plants and flowers and taking a break from the hustle and bustle of the city. It's the perfect place to relax, recharge, and reconnect with nature. You guys, I've been to a lot of churches in my life, but the Notre Dame Basilica here in Montreal is something else. The level of detail on the inside is just mind-blowing. Every surface is covered in intricate carvings, paintings, and stained glass. You can't help but feel a sense of awe when you step inside this place. It's like stepping back in time, and it's a reminder of the power of art and architecture to inspire. One of the coolest things you can do in Montreal is renting bikes and riding along the Lachine Canal. The canal is lined with parks, cafes, and even some pretty cool street art. It's a great way to see a different side of the city and get some exercise at the same time. You can ride for hours, stopping every now and then to grab a coffee, a snack, or just enjoy the view. If you're looking for a fun and active way to explore Montreal, I highly recommend checking out the Lachine Canal. All right, guys, the Biodome. This place is like a mini zoo, aquarium, and botanical garden all rolled into one. They've got 4 different ecosystems under one roof. A tropical rainforest, a Laurentian maple forest, a Gulf of St. Lawrence ecosystem, and even a polar world. You may want to spend hours exploring each ecosystem, learning about the different plants and animals, and just being amazed by the diversity of life on Earth. It's a truly unique and educational experience. When the sun's gone down, it's time to experience Montreal's legendary nightlife. And there's no better place to do that than Crescent Street. This place is packed with bars, clubs, and restaurants, and it's always buzzing with energy. Whether you're looking for a laid-back pub, a live music venue, or a high-energy dance club, Crescent Street has something for everyone. You can have a blast hopping from bar to bar, meeting new people, and dancing the night away. Okay, so I know Science Museum doesn't always scream exciting, but the Montreal Science Center is actually really cool. They've got tons of interactive exhibits that are fun for all ages. We're talking about things like virtual reality experiences, hands-on science experiments, and even an IMAX theater. You can spend hours here and not even come close to seeing everything. It's a great place to learn something new and have some fun at the same time. All right, guys, get ready to have your mind blown. Montreal has this thing called the Underground City, which is basically a network of tunnels and pedestrian walkways that connect a bunch of buildings downtown. It's like a whole other world underground. You can find everything down here, from shops and restaurants to movie theaters and even a skating rink. It's a great way to escape the cold in the winter or the heat in the summer, and it's a must-see for any visitor to Montreal. One of the coolest things about Montreal is that there's always something going on, especially when it comes to festivals. They've got festivals for everything you can imagine: music, comedy, film, food, you name it. You may be lucky enough to be in town for the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. It is incredible. There are some amazing stand-up comedians and even a few improv shows. If you're planning a trip to Montreal, definitely check out their festival schedule and see what's on. Okay, history buffs, this one's for you. The Pointe-à-Calière Museum is an archaeology and history museum built on the site where Montreal was founded. How cool is that? We're talking about ancient ruins, artifacts from the city's earliest days, and interactive exhibits that tell the story of Montreal from its humble beginnings to the bustling metropolis it is today. It's a fascinating journey through time, and it's a must-see for anyone interested in the history of Montreal. All right, guys, let's be real. One of the best things about traveling is trying new food, and Montreal is a foodie's paradise. But with so many amazing restaurants and dishes to choose from, it can be tough to know where to start. That's why we decided to do a food tour. Some will want to find a local guide who will take you to some of the city's best-kept culinary secrets. Everything from classic Montreal smoked meat to delicious poutine to some incredible pastries. If you're looking to experience the best of Montreal's food scene, a food tour is the way to go. This is Parc La Fontaine, and it is like a breath of fresh air in the middle of the city. They've got a big lake where you can rent paddle boats, walking paths, gardens, and even an outdoor theater. Spend the afternoon here just relaxing, people watching, and soaking up the sun. It's the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and just chill out. You may be a little hesitant to visit the insectarium at first. I'm not the biggest fan of bugs either, but you may be glad you decided to check it out. They've got thousands of different species of insects from all over the world, and it's actually really fascinating to learn about them. They even have a butterfly garden where you can walk among hundreds of butterflies. It's a really unique and educational experience, and it's definitely worth a visit. If you're looking for gourmet food and local products, you have to check out Atwater Market. This place is a foodie's dream come true, with vendors selling everything from fresh produce and cheese to artisanal bread and pastries. You will want to spend hours here browsing the stalls, sampling different foods, and stocking up on goodies to take home. It's the perfect place to find unique souvenirs and experience the best of Montreal's local food scene. Now we're in the Plateau Montreal neighborhood, which is known for its trendy shops, cool restaurants, and vibrant street art scene. This place is definitely a hipster haven, but it's also just a really cool and unique area to explore. We and the streets, check out the shops, and admire the street art. It's a great place to get a sense of Montreal's creative side. The Montreal Planetarium is a must-see for anyone interested in space and astronomy. They've got 2 theaters with immersive shows that take you on a journey through the cosmos. Watch a show about the history of space exploration. It is absolutely mind-blowing. The visuals are incredible, and it is a great way to learn about the universe. For your final adventure in Montreal, you might decide to take a boat tour on the St. Lawrence River. It's a great way to see the city from a different perspective and get some amazing views of the skyline. If you opt for a sunset cruise, you'll find it is absolutely magical. Watching the sun dip below the horizon as you cruise along the river is the perfect way to end your trip to Montreal. So there you have it, our whirlwind tour of the top 20 things to do and see in Montreal. This city will absolutely blow you away with its energy, its culture, its history, and of course, its food. I'm already planning my next trip back. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the Taylor-Hazel travel channel for more travel adventures. Please share the channel with friends and family and let me know in the comments down below which of these spots you're most likely to visit. Until next time, happy travels.